Good morning. Thanks everyone for clicking in and joining us today. Chauncey's agreed to sit down with me, and we thought we'd give a little update on the state of the association this year and some good things that are going on. It's obviously a great time in Kentucky right now in our industry with the Breeders' Cup out west and the sales winding down as the Keeneland November and Fasig-Tipton November sales happen in the next week. So I thought this would be a good time where we could get the word out about some of the good things that are going on. And with that being said, if I could turn it over to Chauncey.
Thanks everyone, and thank you for being a member of KTA. I'll provide a short update on a couple of things that we've been working on: our insurance trust, the parimutuel taxation task force, and also some recent political contributions made by our association.
And speaking of health insurance, which is important to all of us in Kentucky and our families, Chauncey, would you mind elaborating on what's going on with the health insurance trust?
In July, the Kentucky Department of Insurance approved our association's submission to go to an association self-funded model. Really the only second association in Kentucky that's ever been licensed to do this. It's 3,300 people that are currently in the trust. That includes all of your family members and many of your employees. Why is it important and what does it all mean? Well, the insurance is still going to be provided by Anthem, and you're able to, when you're traveling across the United States, still avail yourself of the Anthem Blue Cross network nationwide and also here locally. You'll continue to pay the same low rates that has been the norm in our association compared to the rest of the marketplace. Why that is because the 3,300 people that we currently cover in our industry happen to be a little bit healthier than the general population. We know that insurance is based upon risk, and we're able to pass those savings on to you. Understandably, health insurance can be pretty complicated, so that's what we're here for. So give us a call along with Jeff Truitt for any questions that you or any of your staff might have.
And if we could switch gears to talk about racing and some of the legislation that happened in the springtime and some of the successes that we've had in Frankfurt and how it affects purses and all of us as breeders and trainers and owners and even employees. Chauncey, would you fill us in?
Sure. So we know that we collectively dodged a bullet with the passage of Senate Bill 120. When Senate Bill 120 was passed, there was a commitment made by the General Assembly to study all forms of taxation that the racing industry pays via the parimutuel sales tax. So that's on live racing and also historical horse racing. Recently, I was a guest on KET's Kentucky Tonight along with our longtime allies Damon Thayer, Adam Koenig, and Al Gentry from Louisville. And the question came up from those advocating for an increase on what racing pays, and that is, what does racing use all this money for? There is a belief that racing can bear more of a burden or higher tax rate and provide less of the HHR income to the purse account. The advocates that are advocating for an increase on increasing racing's tax rate they're not coming from a perspective of increasing our taxes. They just want more money for the general fund in order to pay for increased social programs. So we're having to justify exactly what those pass-throughs to the purse account have meant to Kentucky racing, and also filtering down into the breeding, tourism, and ancillary services.
And Chauncey, if you could help us refresh our memory about how everything went down in the springtime, because there was a lot of wonderful assistance from some people outside of central Kentucky, which we need to make sure we keep in touch with and we support, particularly those in western and eastern Kentucky, and make sure that we remain in close contact, because just because the bill passed doesn't mean the work's done. Maybe you could tell us a little bit on how we can help with that, and also what it's translated in the way of purse money and instant financial impacts for us as horsemen.
So with the passage of Senate Bill 120, you, the members, and I think everybody involved in breeding and racing and just horses across the Commonwealth really engaged with their legislators from all parts of Kentucky, eastern, western, northern, and southern, in order to demonstrate just how important historical racing has been transformational to all parts of the horse economy here in Kentucky. What it means right now is that we have an extra $30 million of Kentucky Thoroughbred Development Funds and purse account funds for Horsemen's Purses. We've also been able to see very transformational infrastructure investment happen. 6 barns at the Thoroughbred Training Center here in Lexington, $60,000 maiden special weight purses that will be offered at the upcoming Turfway Winter Meet. These are the economic multipliers that just continue on throughout the economy of the Commonwealth and have been so vital on not only getting the passage of Senate Bill 120 thanks to our legislative allies, but also keeping what we've built and trying to build for the future. One of the things that's coming down the pike as they start to revisit these parimutuel tax rates are other forms of wagering and how racing is going to coexist with those.
Just bouncing back on how we can keep close contact with the people that have been supportive of us. We're going to be coming into the wintertime, and then the session, I believe you said, is in January, session of Congress, of General Assembly. So we want to make sure that we are supporting those people that helped us financially. What are some of the entities that people can contribute, especially since we're coming into an election year?
As individuals and corporations, it's legal for our members to contribute to individual candidates and also political parties like the Republican Party of Kentucky or the Kentucky Democratic Party. We'd encourage you definitely to have a look at those for information purposes. You also should know, and it's our obligation to tell you, that this year the Board of Directors just 2 months ago approved contributions of $15,000 to 2 527 super PACs, Kentuckians for Strong Leadership and the Democratic Governors Association. Those $30,000 contributions will be used by those entities in order to support issues that are important to our membership.
All right, thanks, Chauncey. So we'll just make sure that we're staying in close contact with our legislators, particularly those that are outside of the region, the ones that were so helpful. And we just encourage everyone to support financially as possible as we go into the election year. We want to make sure that we take care of those people that took care of us and also develop relationships and keep in contact. Chauncey and I would like to thank everyone for joining us today. Please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us on the board, and hopefully we can answer any questions you might have. But good luck at the sales, good luck at the Breeders' Cup, and stay strong, Kentucky Racing.